What's up, guys? It's Black and back with some more RA content. If I remember correctly, last week we had Gargamel, who's playing as the UK once again. I think he has always played UK. He's going to be in green as always as well, versus Sir, who is playing as Russia this time, so he's back to Russia. And if I remember correctly, Sir had just managed to win a game, so it is 2-1 Gargamel. We are on Dry Creek Run. This is a map I made. You got an FCOM here, so with them kind of close ore spawns right here, ore patches. Double mine here, double mine here, double mine here, and then a single mine on the top. So a lot of hold derricks here. There's 3 in the middle, 1 on the backside each. So these ones kind of don't last long. These ones probably will stay the rest of the game. This tends to be a very short, quick match just because of the layout. You can basically just crawl here with 1 MCV. You can also just capture that. That delays your MC as well. You can just place a ref down there. So there's a lot of stuff you can do on this map, but I think it's just the close spawns tend to generate really quick close games, especially with these old decks in the middle. You really want to grab them, which kind of forces people to be aggressive, and forcing people to be aggressive sometimes does not work out well for them because they make a little bit too many mistakes. But we'll have to see what's going on here. I would not be surprised to see a triple ref out of one of these players. It's like Sir is going to be the first one to kind of poke at the barrels right there. Just 1 rifle. This could be really good for him. I think Gargamel is just going to catch the wrong angle right there, and yeah, there's a lot of rifles pretty much instantly going down. Great positioning there by Sir, and he is pumping out a ton of rifles right now. Looks like he has 18 and he lost a few, so he's definitely spending as much as he possibly can. Looks like he might be going for triple ref. We'll have to see. Both these players stalling on that power plant. Gargamel is going to go for Warp Factor first, and Sir also going for Warp Factor first, but he is going to get that nice advantage. He ran to the middle first, so he's going to be able to hold this a little bit better. Probably run that injury into the back. I mean, 2 to 3 is not a huge deal for older like values at all. And that's basically $400 extra a minute, which is, 4 extra rifles. Matters kind of early in the early game, but after that it is basically nothing compared to what 6 harvesters will do on 2 expansions. So Gargamel just going to reinforce with some rifles right there. Makes sense, although an early light tank here would be really good. Sir just gonna go for the classic, build up some rockets. Always safer to do that, especially if you're going to retreat. Although I don't like retreating just now. Maybe leave your rifle right here, because this one's probably gonna be expected to go down. And Gargamel, every game has gone for the old lyrics after Sir has left them, so something to consider for Sir. Just kind of adapting a little bit more to your opponent's strategy. And Gargamel is going to move out that early MCV. We're going to see a 1 MCV play here for a while, and that means there is going to be at least 1 or 2 light tanks that come out. Have to see how Sir wants to deal with this. He is going with that flak, so again, I feel like APCs have kind of fallen out of the favor a little bit for the flaks and rangers, but an APC in this situation probably pretty good. Maybe if this flak gets an early scout off, that could be really good, but it's definitely going to go down there, just instantly gets captured, so that's unfortunate for Sir, but it does let him know, hey, there's a light tank out. Should be an early push coming here. As a result, this old Derek is going to go down here. Probably lose this old Derek as well. I mean, he is kind of positioned there. I do like that he is sending this rifle scout just to make sure there's not an early attack on his ore. But he should see now that there was 2 light tanks, or at least hear them. It's going to be very debatable if he wants to try to take this engagement or not. If the light tanks go down early, it could be good, but again, I think there is only 3 rockets there. That is not enough. If I'm Sir in this situation, you got to retreat. He's going to try to push here, but yeah, I don't think he's going to win this engagement. It's going to be pretty bad. That is all of Sir's early army going down. Only 1 of those light tanks goes down to that one, barely taking another rifle. So it is 4k to 1.4, and Sir is in a remarkably bad position right now. 4 harvesters out for Gargamel, 5th one back here. Sir is going to be up to 5 harvesters, so it's not, game ending. Army values are, starkly different, but again, we're still 4 minutes into this game, so there's anything could happen. And last time Sir had a pretty terrible start and then managed to just completely swing it around, so maybe he just needs to play from behind and he plays better. We'll have to see how this game goes on. 2 3 Rexes. Gargamel is only up to 2, so he's going to get a little bit of a macro advantage there. And this 1 rifle is going to come in handy. Gonna see the light tank. Maybe he's thinking there's an army there. Yeah, he's pulling his army back, which I like. Second MC is going to be out, and it's just going to expand right here. This heavy tank count is going to make all the difference right now because the medium tanks are already starting to come out. There's 2 out with 1 light tank. With light tank, probably outlived its usefulness right now. We'll have to see. There is going to be an attack here, and Sir's army is slightly out of position, but I think he'll be okay. Unfortunately, losing those 3 rockets, that actually sucks a lot. Another rocket going down, and another rocket going down, and another rocket going down. Oh no, it's just going from bad to worse here. He has one advantage here, and that he does have build ready support here, and my god, those crushes from that heavy tank change that so much. As soon as this flame tower comes out, he is going to be able to hold, and that is a nicely placed flame tower. It gets almost both those rockets. Critically though, there is no rockets left, but there is a medium tank and some more stringing in. And I'm not sure how Sir has managed to do it, but he is going to hold here. Gargamel is going to be forced to retreat. This medium tank actually might go down too. I think it is going to get away. That heavy tank is trying, but just not quite in range. But that was an excellent hold there by Sir. Again, those crushes are making a huge difference for him every game that he's had them. They have got so much value just so quickly. And that kind of shows you how like powerful crushes can be, but at the same time, without them, it's just it would be a totally different game. Kind of have to adapt to the game and the meta that it is. As it stands now, Sir is a little bit behind. It's about 5.7 to 7k, so you know, 1.3 right there. Not a bad idea. Ooh, Gargamel is going to force that MCV out, and that is his only MCV out. So he's going to force a base push here. So this game is not going to last very long at all, because either this is going to work or it's not. I feel like this was a carbon copy of the last game, except for Sir was in this kind of position. Oh no, and Gargamel might have revealed himself a little bit too early right now, because that MCV is going to get forced away. But this attack on the backside is going to be great. Sir is going to be able to move that MCV out, and he has moved his main MCV out, so he's going to be okay. Loses this ref is not a huge deal. He's going to get a nice angle here on Gargamel. Chips off a little bit of that army. I hear some more stuff going down here. It's just a little flank over there. Gargamel going to secure this expansion. That will be nice, but Sir is probably... Oh, he's almost equal to Gargamel. In fact, he is pretty much equal. Gargamel is slowly building stuff. And yeah, he's still on 1 MCV, so all that time he spends moving this MCV is more time that he's not building. He is just sticking with the 1 MCV play, but Sir has sniffed out this MCV, so that could be pretty bad for him. There's a decent sized army for Gargamel here, but Sir just has the better angle. There is some flamethrowers as well, so he's going to get a nice cleanup here. That is going to give him a nice little army lead, especially if he can save that heavy tank. It looks like he is going to save it. Once again, Gargamel just moving that 1 MCV is just slowing down his build order. I guess he does have a second MCV. I'm not sure where this one came from. Once again, I'm behind the 8 ball on that. Ooh, but now Gargamel is pushing over here. Sir has his army kind of out of position. He's got a secondary army here, so he should be okay. And I think this MCV has radius on both of them. He's scattering those harvesters, which is nice. I don't think he's going to lose too much here. Might lose a ref. That won't be too bad at all. And in fact, if he can kill this army, that will be really good. Gargamel is going to try to get out of there. He's going to lose a tank first trouble, but it's both those refs. Oh, and these harvesters are going to go down. Might get away. Yes, just barely gets away. So I don't know. Sir is in a very precarious position. I'm sure his eco is, yeah, absolutely flatlined right now. See, the earned is about 2k less. Assets are in his favor though. Oh, this attack could be pretty good. He needs to get that heavy tanks in range though. Focus on the barracks. That MC is going to get away. That's fine. Focus on the ref. That would be another great one. Here comes the counter attack from Sir too. It is all over on this map. I love this game so far. He's going to get in on top of the harvesters. Harvester is going to get away, but he might lose the ref, might lose the war factory. Depends on what Sir wants to go for here. He's actually in great position with that heavy tank in the back. He is going to get that war factory. Meanwhile, that ref did go down. The war factory goes down, and he's getting a nice little turn in on Gargamel. He's got the heavy tank support. He's cleaning up these numbers. Gargamel is eventually going to clean up this army, but Sir is going to trade out relatively well right here. Both those harvesters going down on the backside, but Sir does have an expansion on his backside as well. And eventually that goes down. And now here comes the top flank, and this will be pretty good as well. This is a lot of Gargamel's eco. I mean, he has 2 harvesters down there, 1 in the back. He's probably going to get a harvester there soon. Harvesters are going to get pulled away. This ref is not going to be long for this world. This barracks is not going to be long for this world, and I think he's going to be back down to 3 barracks, 4, 5. Okay, so he does have plenty of barracks. Sir is going to retreat their army away, which is nice. That is a nice little save there, because Gargamel is going to force his way to the top. Flank over here. That was killing his harvesters. Going to get spotted. Everything goes down. Perfect flame tower right there. 10 out of 10. If Sir runs into this, that could be pretty bad. The war factory is over there. That will be good information to scout. Ooh, and there is a nice little flank from Gargamel right here. Probably gonna get at least one of these harvesters. We'll have to see how on top of it Sir is. So far, nothing. Should probably be aware of it right about now. This is probably when the audio cue is gonna hit you. Yep, and he is gonna hit that harvester, but it is not gonna get there. Ooh, moves his MC away a little early. Maybe he does not have defense ready. Maybe he only has one MC. Nope, there's a second one down here. Flame tower does come out again. There's only 2 rockets left, so yeah, harvester needs to run away. Oh, and he placed a ref there. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. See his flank on the backside. Where's going to go on the backside ref right there? Probably. These flame towers are slowly just slowing down this army, which is nice. Gargamel is in full retreat. I'm not sure why. Maybe he saw this army. But Sir has the time to push in here. Getting that SD would be a nice little win. Getting that power plant would be good. That's it. Once he goes, he's got this flank going on the backside too. But oh, looks like a bad W select. He's going to get in. But, you know, once again, Gargamel's army is a little bit too spread out here. Sir is going to take a decent engagement here. Just needs to get these tanks on the front a little bit. But he does clean that up. Same time, yep, this army is getting stalled by that flame tower in the back. So, multiple engagements going on. This game is all over the place. I love it. SD is going to live, which is unfortunate because that'd be a great kill. There's a lot of heavy tanks there. He needs to keep him moving. There's not a whole lot of rockets for Gargamel. If he can reunite, I guess there's not enough infantry on there. But if you could just save those heavy tanks, that would be a fantastic play. Because he is looking strong again. Once again, Sir just manages to hold on. Looks like he plays for real once he's down. I don't think that harvester is going to live. It's probably going to get burst down. Yes, it does. Keep moving those heavy tanks. And that is going to be a huge problem for Gargamel. His main base is basically stark empty. And there is a little flank over here. That could be so great. It's like, once again, Gargamel's trying on this backside. But Sir is totally ready this time. And he's got another refinery over there. Would love to see him move this MC down to this corner because that is the last available spot. Oh man, Gargamel has this entire ore patch that has not been harvested, and he's not really harvesting too much from here, it looks like. Looks like these heavy tanks are finally going to get caught up. I mean, there's enough rockets to deal with them, but they did a fantastic job there, and that is going to buy more time for this flank to do some damage. Oh, the rocket's targeting the wrong tank, trying to take the healthy tank first, but looks like they do get one of them. And that harvester is going to go down right there. The ref is going to go down. There is a pillbox that power plant will probably live, but we'll have to see. Let's see how the economy looks for Gargamel. You can see, yeah, he got eco rated pretty right there. Sir's been doing pretty much okay this entire time. Army graph, that was the early game where Sir lost a lot, and then he just has slowly come back, and he's looking very strong once again. I don't think Gargamel can actually stop this attack. His army is way away. And he just doesn't have the armor to deal with this, and that is so many rockets there for Sir. I wish I had the combined arms unit stack, because that is probably at least 10, 15, maybe 20 rockets there, plus some flamethrowers, so that is a lot of anti-building, anti-armor. You know, there's plenty of rifles to deal with this. And yeah, Gargamel's going to try to engage in this, but Sir's once again in a great position, and he's going to have no problems running through this army. And I think with that, there is going to be a GG indeed out of Gargamel. So we have evened this series up 2-2, which means we get to go into Game 5, which is absolutely what I wanted. This has definitely been my favorite game so far. There was a lot of back and forth, and I think Sir just kind of outpaced Gargamel there. But we will see who can take this series in just a second. Alright, we are here for the decider. Looks like Sir is going to be the UK this time, and Gargamel is going to be UK. Yeah, he has picked England every time. We are on Messen, so of course it ends on this game, because why wouldn't it? Got a gem mine here, double mine expansion, or double mine in your start rather. Single mine expansion here, looks like it's a double mine, looks like there wants to be a gem or a ore mine right there, but there is not. It's just a single, this tiny little single patch right here, and then there is your double mine expansion. This is a pink flocked map, of course, and there is quite a few old Erics, 3 apiece, depending on which way you want to go. It could easily be 4-2. Easily 5-1 if your opponent plays really poorly, but looks like Gargamel is going to go safely to the middle, and Sir is going to go straight to the middle. I like that a little bit better. I mean, I don't mind doing what Gargamel's doing here, but this middle is important. Does not know which faction Sir is, so that could judge a little bit. A dog here is absolutely brutal when they're used properly. Medics are also really good. Obviously, medics healing your guys up, kind of an underrated thing, but I mean, you do see them a lot. I don't like this from Sir though. I don't like trying to just go for the middle one and then go back. I feel like you can secure the middle, send your engineer in the back, or just try to secure the middle early on. If you can take this early on, great. But you got to have the pressure here. Doing this is just kind of weird. It's like a defensive measure, but if you're going to be defensive, might not just be eco defensive as well. Looks like Gargamel's just going to barely send a few rifles in, and he's doing like a war factory first. Yes, he is. That is quite bold on this map. With all the oil derricks, you typically see double ref. Oil derricks, the more capturables are, the more likely double ref. I mean, double ref is heavily skewed anyways, but this is definitely an interesting build order here. I wonder if he's going to go for some mass light tanks. No, he's just going for a ranger too, so maybe trying to snipe that engineer. And luckily for him, Sir is being more passive right now. Had he been aggressive, he would have easily held this. Probably got the engineer, or at the very least killed it, and then from there, he might lose an engineer to the ranger trying to go over here. But he'd just be in a much better position. Once this is taken, that vision advantage makes it very hard to lose. So we'll have to see what Sir wants to do. Looks like he's got his war factor coming out, and it was just a ranger out for Gargamel. So very interesting war factory first. Have to see if he's going to do like an early MCV or if he's going to do mint variant. I'm very curious. See that he's building a third harvester, and now he's building another rack. So it looks like it might be at the minimum a mint variant. We'll have to see if he wants to go into a 4 racks out, or if he's just going to go 3 SD and then 4th racks to get that like early MCV, but not quite as early as you could get with a war factory first MCV first build. So many builds, so many things, so much going on in my head that is just loud bees noise. I'm still struggling to talk because it is what I do. It's like Sir got his own ranger, gonna get over here. Gargamel also here with the support of the rifle. He should be okay. Might lose his ranger or his engineer, and yes, just perfect timing there. But if Sir's smart, he could absolutely just get on top of that ranger and ride it all the way back. Oh, looks like we might have had some lag. Yeah, you can blame that on the lag. It's fine. I'll allow it. Yeah, he could have, maybe without the lag, move that ranger right next to it. Basically, can't get away, and you'll just kill it. Especially with that rifle advantage that he had. So, is what it is. 5 harvesters out now for Gargamel, and it looks like it was the earlier ranger only SD build from them. Oh, and he is going for an early radar, which is quite interesting. I don't feel like you have the eco to do this. That is going to put him a little bit behind. He might have to do like a quick expansion right here, and then run all the way over there after dropping a ref. We'll have to see. He is going to go for some helipads, which makes sense. Are we going to see some artillery as well? MC is out for him. No artillery just yet. Said it's going to be just medium tanks for now. So very interesting build. There's a lot of lag going on here. No spectators, so it's one of them, probably Gargamel's VPN. So on the other hand, he's got 5 harvesters out. His MCV is not quite out yet. Gargamel is just going straight down to the corner, and Sir actually might catch this with a rifle scout. Oh, he changes his mind at the last minute there. Gets kind of lucky because if Sir sees that MCV is that early and it's going to the corner, that just tells you that something weird's going on. Maybe that causes him to move up here, and Gargamel is pretty weak on this flank right now. In fact, he's actually kind of close to army value. In fact, they're pretty much dead even. There's a $50 difference, and now Gargamel just shot ahead. So both these players are going to get an expansion, pretty much similar timing. I mean, Gargamel is just a little bit quicker, but he does have that extra tech building with that radar, and his main MC is moving out. First Blackhawk is out, probably going to find this ranger. That will be a huge transition right there. Sir should absolutely have seen that Blackhawk. We'll see what his response is going to be, if he's going to try to get into radar rather quickly, or if he's just going to try to stick to tier 1.5. Gargamel has stolen away that bolt there on the backside. So he has like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to 1 right now. That's a significant difference. That is a lot of extra eco, and he's just gonna kill it. I mean, honestly, grab an engineer. That's super easy to defend. The only thing you got to worry about is that ranger, but you should have enough there. In fact, 4 rockets is a nice snack for a ranger, especially if they're distracted on that oil derrick. But he's gonna kill it. Not too much of a loss there. Just 400 a minute. Not great. This Blackhawk could be doing a little bit more. I mean, there's plenty of rockets to snack on there. Only the one helipad. Like that it's next to the SD. Unfortunately, Red Alert does not have free aircraft repairs when it's next to SD like Combined Arms does, but hey, it is what it is. I'm sure we'll get some more Combined Arms game coming in the coming weeks. But for now, we're going to be doing ORA casts because that is what I have. There's a lot of artillery out here for Gargamel. Now that Blackhawk is going to go down. That is the 3rd Blackhawk out there. This flank right here from Sir is missed, and that engineer is going to get away with that cap in the middle. These Blackhawks have been super good right now. In fact, kills all the rockets in that group. Engineer and the Ranger are going to get away. This flank, though, could be super good. There is a decent sized army right there. We'll have to see. An artillery coming out would probably be the best case scenario right there. I thought I saw Tanya up there, but no, we do not have tier 3 just yet. In fact, we haven't seen tier 3 in any of these games. Sir is just tend to play a pretty normal game right now. He pushed his MC to the middle, got the ref on the side, got his ref in the middle. But his army value is definitely a lot smaller right here, and a huge chunk of it is going to be up here in the main base. But so far, Gargamel is not responding, loses both those harvesters, and that hurts a lot. There's a lot of tech here too, and I don't think he actually has the numbers. The Blackhawks might make the difference here, but they're going to take a minute to get there. Does Sir have good micro? Can he micro out the Blackhawks? Doesn't look like he has anything. He might just be on attack mode right there. One Blackhawk going down, two Blackhawks going down, and Sir is still alive here. Another Blackhawk coming in. Oh, does get another Blackhawk. You know what? I think he traded off pretty great there. Tier 3 is out, so we're going to see that, but that is a lot of eco left on the floor for Gargamel, and this map does not have a whole lot of eco. Unfortunately, Sir's next attack here probably not going to go great. There is 3 artillery. That could be really bad, although he gets lucky that that artillery reveals himself. And the Ranger and the Engineer are going to go down there. I don't think Sir really wants to take this engagement, but he is going to try to force it. It's just going to be a question of how good is the artillery. They're focusing out all of the rockets right there, so not a bad idea at all. But again, Sir with the crushes right there probably evened that up a lot better than it could have been. Let's see, both these players not harvesting these gems very efficiently. In fact, Gargamel does not have anything right there. There is Tanya out, so we still have... Oh, no, there is tier 2 out for Sir, so is Tanya not going to be that much scarier than she would be. First Blackhawk is out now, so that'd be a great time to just go find Tanya and kill her now. If you could. Oh, a longbow's here. That Blackhawk might be in a little bit of trouble. There is some rifles here. Would love to see a few medics. He's got some wounded stuff right there. Luckily, that army does ward off that longbow, but the artilleries are coming in. Oh, those are some brutal artilleries now. Yeah, all of that infantry is just deleted, and I think Sir is once again in a lot of trouble. I don't know if he has a solid way back into this game. He's got tier 2 out, but I mean, that's not really enough. He's trying for tier 3. Tanya here with his blob plus 4 artilleries, and there's a base push coming. I mean, it's basically the worst case scenario possible to deal with as an ally player. Maybe as a Soviet player, if you already have IC, you have some sort of wiggle room, but you know, even then, if you're in this position as a Soviet, it's kind of hard to come back here. And the AA gun is aptly placed, and those Blackhawks do not get to try to dive on those artillery, and now Sir has to retreat even further behind. He's got one artillery himself, and it's gonna have a pretty good first shot trying to shoot at Tanya, but I guess this is the way back. Oh, but the move command. Oh, the move command goes down. The artillery and the Blackhawk go down. One more artillery in the back. So Sir's got a little bit of a lifeline here, but his MC goes down. Barely places that tech center in time. But yeah, I don't think he can deal with the artillery shells if the longbow just stops right here and just kind of provides vision. Oh, one longbow goes down, but Tanya is there, and she's just having absolute field day right now. A lot of medic support, so there is no way she's going to go down. And there is Sir going down. That was a pretty good series. This game looking just kind of strong for Gargamel's favor. It looks like that was indeed the last game for Sir, but Gargamel just a little bit too much of him for this time. But Sir showing that he has some skills. I think we'll see him in Raggle whenever it is. I think he'll have a decent first showing. Assuming it's his first showing, I'm pretty sure it is. But that is going to be it for this week, and I will see you all next time.